Welcome once again here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. I'm Paul Conrad, president and founder of Regional Radio Sports. Glad to be joined here on Indiana University South Bend Women's Basketball Media Day. Great to be joined here by some gals who seems like they're part of the family. Always neat to be able to have these three gals with us here today. And once again, great to have Katie Gard. Katie, we thank you for all your contributions. Great to have Emma here as well, and your sister. I'll tell you what, the three of you guys, we have seen you play a lot of basketball, and let's just talk about that right here from the get-go. Twins, I had a set of twins. They're in their 36 now, so since I'm not on screen, I get a chance to see your reactions with this. My twins would just assume beat the living crap out of each other than to get together and hang out or do anything. So let's talk about being twins. How much in love with each other are you still? Or still do you want to just kick each other's butt?
I mean, we've made it this far, so there's definitely some love there. Has to be. I think growing up, being a part of like every single same sports team has really carried through the years and just really made the bond even stronger than what it was. But
yeah, it's been fun. I mean, I'd say the most amount of time that we don't get along is probably on the court when it's practice, but at the end of the day we're competing, making each other better. But it's been so much fun these past years being with her.
Emma, you've had to kind of officiate, right, between these two? Is that what that's been like?
Switzerland.
Oh, no. It's a lot of fun.
It is? It
yeah.
is. All right, so I want you guys to all go back and take me back from the beginning to make the decision to come to play for Coach Bruce here at IU. Emmy, let's start with you. The decision to come here to be a part of, which is when we go back and look at it historically, it was going to be the greatest group. This year's senior group here is going to be the three most important people in the history of the program from a historical perspective, from the time you came in to the time you guys are leaving. You look at that 4 or 5 year window. That's going to be the greatest time in women's basketball here, and you guys were a part of that. Let me start with you. Talk about the importance of playing here, playing for Coach Bruce, and would you do it all over again?
Definitely. I think 5 years ago is a lot of time from now. I never thought I would have the opportunity to play with such great people. I definitely have just loved the family aspect of it, most importantly. When I left high school, or just like my leading up to my senior year, I didn't really know if I was going to play basketball, I guess, in college, and Coach Bruce had reached out to me, and I actually said I didn't want to, and I had reached out again to him in March, and he replied immediately. So it was pretty special to me that he took that opportunity again on me, even after I had said that I didn't really know if I wanted to. 5 years from now, I would do this 10 times over again. Just with the people that I've lived with, obviously Katie and Maddie for 5 years, and then just the bonds and the creation that we have made together as a team. And I mean, even Sarah Doy, Rachel Robards, things and people like that, they make this a special place.
Maddie, 28 wins, 3 losses, 18-2 in the conference, 17-1 here at the Student Activity Center, and an impressive record on the road, 11-1. Think about that, 28-3, incredible season. When you look back on last year, what jumps off the page to you as, wow, this was special because?
I would probably just say, from this year already and then from last year, it's like we all had like the same mindset, and like all we said from the beginning of the year was ring season. And I think that stuck with us, and we were like, oh, are we jinxing it? Are we cocky? I mean, anybody could say anything about it, but I mean, at the end of the day, we were chasing something much bigger than, just a record, and so we wanted a ring, and we got it. So that was it was pretty fun chasing that all year long.
Katie, talk about the embracing the journey of getting the ring. I mean, obviously that's the important thing. That was the thing that you guys have put out there. This coming year, the last go-around, you've accomplished the ring. You want to go back to the national tournament. You want to win your conference. You want to win the postseason conference. Why can't you win the NAI national tournament, right?
Yeah, exactly. Why can't we? It's definitely possible. I think last year was really good experience to kind of get a taste of like the national tournament. Granted, we weren't dealt the best hand, but just being able to like play in front of that big crowd, have the whole experience. I'm glad us three got to experience it. I know a lot of our other girls got to experience it, like Sullivan Kessler, like Jasmine, Amaya. We all got to experience that, so hopefully we'll be able to carry it on to other things like that. But even yesterday, talking to a couple of the men's players, they're like, yeah, we haven't won regular season yet so far. We were talking with Sam Snodgrass, and he's like, yeah, we haven't won regular. And I was like, we got both last year. And they're like, yeah, like that's pretty amazing that you guys got to do that. Like, I was like, we're trying to carry it over and do the exact same thing, plus more. So just hoping to carry it on with the same girls, more girls.
So let's talk about, Em, let me start with you. Talk about the preparation going into this final go-around. I think it's important that you keep your eye on the eventual prize, which is the national tournament. But you also have some individual goals, and you also have some things that, hey, listen, I'd like to achieve this. I'd like to become closer with with the new kids. I want to become the voice. I want to become the mentor for the younger kids. There's so many things that you got a chance to do the last go-around. So talk to me about your mindset of not just growing and having some success on the floor down there, but having some success in the other aspects of your life.
Yeah, I agree. I think obviously we lost a great class last year, and we brought in a lot of great people too. I just think the preseason has been spent, one, just getting the basis of everything so that we're all flowing together, and then two, just obviously trying to get into like the flow of things and just learning to play with each other, obviously, and basically just trying to carry it over.
Katie, from your perspective, as you look at what you'd like to achieve this year, is there something special in your own mind's eye that you want to try to be able to achieve this year?
I definitely think with Coach being Coach of the Year, I think he could have the opportunity to do it again. I think all of us deserve all honor, all conference awards this year. I know me and Maddie got first last year. I think you deserve to be right up there with us every single year. You should have. I believe that, but yeah, pretty much I think we should be awarded more than what we got, but I think we can do it.
Maddie, how about you? What kind of aspirations and goals do you have for this year?
I mean, not so much like awards or anything like that, but I just still want to be like a top dog in the conference. I want to hold our name up. I mean, we're preseason poll, we're 1. I want to stay there. I mean, a lot of expectation, but it's a new group, it's a new season, so I know we're going to have at least adversity, as Coach would say, in that, so we'll see how that goes. I just still want to be a threat.
As you guys have kind of grown up into this program, you've also had to take on another role, and that's being the school's greatest salesperson for IU women's basketball. So the new recruits that have been on campus that you've had a chance to interact with and be engaged with, it's important that they understand what Coach Bruce has tried to do and all the things. So let's talk about your interaction. Emma, let me start with you in this one. Talk about how you're engaged with the potential recruits, the new young players coming into the program, and you also have to take a leadership role in that capacity too.
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest question that we receive is just about our 5th year and just how we've stayed for 5 years and why we would do that. I think just delivering the message that this is such like a sacred and special place to all 3 of us, especially. Definitely with Coach Bruce as like the captain. I mean, it's hard not to follow him anywhere he goes. So I think just kind of giving them a taste of like what it would be like here and how much we want to emphasize family as a team. Other than that, just obviously the other benefits of playing on a team, getting the opportunity to play in college, and then just I think how one of a kind that this place is.
All right, let's talk about the upcoming season and the aspirations that you guys have. Let's talk about goals. Maddie, let me start with you and talk about particular goals, and as well as not just talking about, hey, we want to win this, we want to win that, we want this, but we want to be better. We want to shoot the ball better. We want to rebound the ball better. We want to statistically be better. What did you physically do in the off seasons to improve your physical skill set?
I definitely I lifted a lot more than I'd ever have. With what was presented to itself, we kind of had a weird situation with getting court access this summer, so I really just grinded on, getting stronger. So I hope in that area it pays off. And then shooting, I kind of tried to do a little bit of adjusting with that slight, and hopefully that traces over from the summer, but just kind of tweaking minor things with my shot, and hopefully going to be more of a threat from 2 and then 3 as well.
I mean, you've been pretty unselfish through the course of your career. You've not taken shots. You've been the facilitator of the offense, and you've kind of done that. Can we see maybe an enhanced role of you trying to maybe shoot the ball a little more?
Definitely.
Sound like my dad. No, definitely. I feel like that's one of my personal goals. Obviously, is just being more of a scoring threat. I definitely want to increase the assists, obviously increase the reboundings, but I definitely do want to be a threat from 2, and maybe I'll make a 3 every once in a while.
Come on.
Well, you were 0 for 5 last year, right? You want me to point
We're
that
doing
out?
individual stats now.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do when you make that first triple? You just gonna walk down the floor like
The sack's gonna crash.
It should be what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
All right, Katie, talk about what you did during the offseason to improve your skill set.
I would agree with Maddie. We were limited court accessibility. Coming back from an injury, I've been working. We've all been working. We hold each other accountable. We do a really good job of that. Coach has us working in the lift room twice a week. We do that a lot. I give a lot of credit to our freshman girls too. They do have a really good work ethic offside of practice and everything like that. So I don't know. Everyone knows how important it is besides practice to kind of get in the gym and work hard at it.
The roster's right there on the table. I'd like for you guys to look through that roster and tell us about who you're anticipating to have great years. Em, let me start with you since you're the gal in the middle there. So since you're the facilitator of the offense, who's going to have good years for the Titans?
Definitely. I mean, obviously, this is a hard topic to pick on. I think Amaya Rufus and Jasmine Watts have really been working really hard in the preseason. Obviously, they've been consistent. I just think definitely this year, something feels good about it. I also want to touch on Sullivan Kessler, Tinley Phelps. I mean, Sully's been working her butt off too, and Tinley Phelps, I think everyone who watches her will be pleasantly surprised. Obviously, our freshmen, nothing against any of them. I love playing with them. I think, like what Kate said, they're working really hard. I don't know.
Maddie,
What do you
Katie,
guys
do you guys want to throw in a couple cents in on those youngsters coming in?
Yeah, definitely what the returners like Sully, Jazz, Amaya, like they're gonna bring it. They have to. Now that they have more experience under their belt, I think they definitely know what it takes to get to the level we need to be at in these coming weeks. But yeah, definitely excited to see what they can do this year. Tenley Phelps, newcomer. She's going to be a dog this year. She really is. I'm excited to see who's going to be able to stop her. And as with the freshmen, it'll be exciting to see who's going to step up and be able to fill the big shoes that are lost. So.
Okay, so I want you to tell me about the toughest places to play in the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Open-ended question for all three of you guys. Whoever wants to jump on this one. What's the toughest place to play in all the CCAC?
I got the first one right off the bat, and I'm glad we don't have to go there this year, and it's Olivet. It's always hard. Always hard. It was our one conference loss. I think maybe we lost to St. Francis too, but oh my gosh. And their fans are just ruthless, absolutely ruthless. The fans, the student section, it's everything. And they're just a loud gym, and it's like that big.
Yeah,
dome. It's the dome, yeah. It sucks.
What's your favorite place to play?
IUSB.
There you go.
Yeah.
For sure.
So when you think back on the 5 years that you've played here at IU South Bend, who's been the toughest competitor that you've had to compete against, and/or was that person on your team? Toughest competitor that you guys have had to compete. It could be an opponent. It could be someone that you had to practice with. It could be you, the three people here sitting at the table here on Media Day. Who is it?
Like a team or like a individual?
Individual.
Probably these two. I would say like nobody gets under my skin the way they do. Safe to say. But I mean, they make me better, and then hopefully I have my composure for the game or whatever.
I know we've talked about what the impact that Coach Steve Bruce has had. So we're going to start with them on this one, and I want you to talk to me about, if you look back and you think about the last 5 years that you've spent with Coach Steve Bruce, in what ways has he made you a better person, better player, and a person that when they leave the hallowed halls of the Student Activity Center, you're going to be successful, whatever you decide to do?
Wow, it's a tough question to answer. I feel like just overall, Coach Bruce has brought a calmness and just like, I almost feel like he has a solution to every problem that I would have. I feel like our open communication has been very helpful and like successful. I feel like no matter what I can talk to him about, he can see it and he'll understand it, whether he agrees with it or not, and that's on the court or off the court. I definitely I feel like we all feel very lucky to just have the opportunity to play for Coach, and him receiving the recognition last year of Coach of the Year was like have felt like that for 5 years, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Maddie, what do you think about your relationship with Coach Bruce, and what has he meant to you?
He's since we came in as freshmen, he's told our parents, I'm going to take care of your girls. And I think that it just clicked from there. And we were freshmen obviously coming in, so it was like, he didn't know what to expect. We didn't know what to expect, but we knew that we had a guy that was always going to be on our side. And then years go on, and, his biggest thing is trust. And, we provide him what we are supposed to, and he gives us what we, expect from him. And it's been a two-way street this entire time, and we're just very, very, very lucky.
Katie, your thoughts on Coach Steve Bruce?
Yeah, Coach will always give you the tools that you need. We've said that's been our main selling point too, is to the recruits. Coach is gonna make sure it's done. He's gonna leave you in better hands than what you came in. He's gonna give you everything you need to succeed here at IUSB. You're a student athlete first. He's gonna get you in every single aspect of your life, not even including basketball. So I think that's really one of the biggest things about Coach is he's gonna affect you in every single way.
You grew up in Indiana, so you understand Indiana high school basketball. You understand what the college basketball scene's all about. These gals came from somewhere up north, and I grew up a Packer fan, so you come from one of my favorite places of all time. But so talk about if a potential student athlete's watching this, who's kind of saying, "Hey, listen, should I try IU South Bend? Should that be part of my future?" So what would you say to them, about being here?
It's hard to sum it up. I would think when I was a freshman, I don't think I could have understood what this place has given to me and what I've taken away. I just think it's hard to explain it, I guess. Just the memories and the friendships that'll last a lifetime. Obviously we're student athletes, you're getting an education, you're working hard for that, but most importantly, I just feel like building relationships and creating memories that are just way more valuable than anything you could put a price on or try to explain or convince someone.
Very well spoken. Maddie, Katie, you too. What are your thoughts on talking to someone else who's thinking about making a decision to come here? What could you tell them? This is why you should come here.
It's a great place to go to school. Everything is right around you. I love how close everything is. That's my biggest selling point. From high school to college, you don't really change sizes in classrooms, so I liked that. You could have a close relationship with your professor. Just any sporting event, no matter what it is, I just feel like the atmosphere is always great, whether it's volleyball or baseball or basketball. It's a fun time where everyone come together and kind of just socialize and get closer. And even the campus housing, that's kind of where we made all of our friends, and we've taken those guys and brought them with us to year 5, so it's been really fun.
Katie, do you have a thought?
Yeah, I definitely think to be able to be blessed enough to play basketball, especially for as long as we have, it's just an experience you don't want to miss out on, pretty much, especially here. Yes, to play college basketball is one thing, but to play at IUSB is a whole nother ballpark. So I would recommend it time and time over again. So
I want to wish you guys all the best luck this season. It's been really kind of neat watching you guys kind of grow up right in front of our eyes, and proof is, as I started at the beginning, it's good to see that twins can still love each other after all the all the competitive situations. So that gives me a lot of hope for my twins moving into the future. All right, so thanks a lot. Once again, this has been Paul Condry for the Regional Radio Sports Network. Special thanks to Maddie, Emma, Katie, and for all of us at the Regional Radio Sports. For Tanner Camp, I'm Paul Condry. God bless you all.
Thank you.